afternoon to all of you. Thank you for joining us today for the webinar. Here I would like to begin by introducing myself. My name is Shari Pillai and I represent the International Relations Cell here at Parul University. So I would like to greet a very warm welcome to Amanpreet Kaur. She is an admission expert for Germany and who has been, in this field and motivating students for their higher studies in Germany. So welcome Amanpreet for the webinar. And I also have with me Kunal. Welcome Kunal. And talking about Kunal, you'll get to know once we proceed. So he's one of the master level student who is enrolled with Stralsund University, and he is pursuing his masters currently in Germany. So welcome Kunal, and I hope you will be a great resource person for us today for our students, because our students can directly connect with you and get answers to a lot of their concerns here. So as the topic here is like, we have been receiving a lot of queries and a lot of demand from specifically engineering students, those who are looking forward for their masters in Germany. So that is why we have kept this for exclusively engineering students. Now here in this webinar, we aim to provide our students with I would say almost all the information, right from course selection to which place, or maybe regarding which course will be better for them considering the future aspects as well. So we are trying here to cover all the major domains as far as possible. And later on, if you have any concerns, you may please enter that in the comment section on the Facebook Live page. So towards the end of the session, we are having a question answer session. So at that time, I'll take up the questions. So without wasting time, I would request Amanpreet to kindly proceed with the program ahead.
Sure. तो तुम भारत यूनिवर्सिटी की वेबसाइट पे जाओ, एक 1800 करके कॉल सेंटर का नंबर होगा, ठीक है? तो उस नंबर पे फोन करके भी तुम बात कर सकते हो, तुम्हें सब कुछ समझाना है। उनको नहीं पता होगा कि वो तुम्हारा नंबर आगे फॉरवर्ड करेंगे इसमें, तुम्हें पार्टी
So, hello, this is me, Amanpreet, and I welcome you all in the webinar organized by Parul University. So, talking about today's webinar is all about engineering. And if the next word comes in our mind is Germany. It has lot many inventions in engineering and technology. About today's webinar, the webinar will be all about how a student can process for Germany, which universities he can opt for, what courses he can go for, how he can get his own German grade, which all universities he can search, and how he can what are the expenses and everything. So let's get started. So talking about Germany, why you should choose Germany? Germany provides best engineering schools in the world. Engineering, talking about Germany, top 200 universities comes under QS ranking. Those are German universities. Germany also offers low cost living for the students. Every university is collaborated with engineering industry. If, let's say, if a student completes his master's studies, he can directly go and do his internship or work placement in the industry. Or if a student has completed his master's and wants to go for PhD, then he can directly go for the research works. Over 3 lakh students choose the Germany as their study destination, and they have international study environment. Engineering jobs in Germany will always need science, engineering and technology experts, because Germany is every day increasing their inventions and everything. So definitely Germany will need science, engineering and technology experts. You can choose variety of engineering degrees in Germany. Examples: financial engineering, data engineering, medical engineering, nano engineering and nuclear engineering. So there are many courses you can opt for. There is no single program that you won't find in German university. German universities are offering 20,000 different programs for all the streams. It can be medicine or engineering, it can be IT, commerce background, even arts background. So they have all the options available with them. So talking about German education system, here you get real-time teaching experts by expert faculties, which means the professors are the PhD holders and they come to teach you and they share all their practical experience in their classroom. All the universities are government funded. So that is why there is no tuition fees or very less tuition fees. So if we have to rank German universities, so we have to rank the universities equally, not 1, 2, 3, because all the universities are government funded. The pre-semester, per semester fees is almost around 80 euros to 280 euros, which in Indian rupees, it would be 800 rupees to 3,000 rupees. Placement assistance is definitely available because every university is coordinating and collaborating with the industrial itself. So they are teaching what industry wants, not exactly what the same pattern what we follow here in India. Then you have 18 months of job seeker visa. Germany is offering every student 18 months job seeker visa, wherein in 18 months you have to seek a job for yourself. You can search a job for yourself in entire Europe, while the other countries provide you job doing visa. So there is a lot of difference about job seeker visa and job doing visa. Once you find a job in your 18 months, you get an extension directly from your employer for 3 years or 4 years, depending on the contract. And PR you get after 21 months. This we can discuss later in our later slides. So study options. There are both the options available, English taught as well as German taught. So if we can see here the difference, so only 1,212 master's programs are available in English language and 8,040 programs are available in masters. No internship is provided in English taught because the students in English taught don't know the language. But yes, if you know the language till B1 or B2, then definitely you can opt for internships. In German taught program, mandatory internships are integrated with your master curriculum. No placement assistance because again the language is the barrier here, and 100% placement assistance by the government universities. If we take English taught program, the IELTS score should be 6 bands to 7 bands. German taught requires only the German language A1 to C1 level. The major difference here we can see is about CGPA. So if a student wants to go for English taught program, we would highly recommend to get 8.3 CGPA for a successful application in English taught program. But if a student is having lesser CGPA than this, then he can definitely go for German taught program. Why there is so much of difference in the CGPA is because there are only less options available in masters, plus there are less seats available in the master's English taught program. So English taught program, you have to come into the merit system. Let's say if one university is having only 40 seats available, but 700 students are applying. So there are very less chances that even with 8.5 CGPA, you can get into that university. Where in German taught program, you get open admission in 98% universities. Open admission means if you fulfill the criteria of 2.5 GPA, that is 7.5 CGPA, then you can directly go for all the maximum universities in German taught program. And how to calculate your GPA, we'll be talking in the next slide. So yes, so you can use this link, the Bavarian formula. In there, you can written maximum grade at your university is 10. Talking about Parul, it is minimum passing grade at your university is 5. And your current overall grade at your university, this is a CGPA what you are getting. So it can be 7, it can be 7.5, or whatever you can written of your own. And your grade in German system, so that is, if we calculate it is 1.9. So if we look into the table below, so 1 to 5, they are counting the range from 1 to 5, where 1 is very good and 5 is not good. So 1 to 1.5, 1.3 is 91 to 100%, which is very good. Then 1.7 to 2.3 is 81 to 90%, which is good. So if any student wishes to apply for English taught program, he has to come in 1 to 1.3 range or maximum till 1.7. And if the student wants to apply for German taught, he can come from 1.7 to 2.3 grade. So this is how you can calculate your own grade. So from where you can find the information about the universities. So we have here daad.de. This is a DARD website where we can find almost all the universities, all the programs, and what language it is taught, how many fees is, how much fees is there, everything. So how you can find scroll it is you have to open this website. It is daad.de. If we do click on study and research in Germany, so we get this option. If we select all courses, so we get this web page where we can write the mechanical engineering or whatever courses you want to search, then the graduation in masters or bachelors, right? And you can see here there are 20,649 programs available. So this is the German government website where we can find everything under the same web link. And this is particularly the page for international programs in Germany. All engineering courses available or all courses available in English language would be covered here. So now talking about mechanical engineering. As we already discussed, there are two types of programs, German taught and English taught. So in English taught, we have only 8 options available. In German taught, there are 137 options available. A student with mechanical background can select some of these programs, mechatronics and robotics, fluid mechanics, materials and manufacturing engineering, production management, mechanical and process engineering, masters in management, techno management courses, and computational mechanics. Some of my students are also going for masters in management, techno management programs, and renewable energy systems. These are some of the job roles what you can get after completion of your masters. So if we see the highest salary is of area manager with 1,03,500 euros. Then comes engineer in charge. And then you can also go for mechanical engineer, mechatronics engineer, mechanical design engineer. So you can see the job skill, the pay skill, what you are getting after completion of your masters in Germany. Automobile engineering. Again, if we see German taught, they have 42 programs. English taught, they have 15 programs. The most of the famous programs what automotive students love is design and development in automotive and mechanical engineering, then automotive systems engineering and automotive production engineering, and automotive electronic also, because now the car world is moving to electronics, so most of the students are choosing automotive electronics, but automotive electronics is only available in German language. So these are some job roles, what you can get after completion of your masters. You can go for vehicle examiner, automotive engineer, then you can go for motor vehicle inspector, design engine specialist, automotive project engineer, then auto parts manager. So these are all the job roles available after completion of your masters. Talking about electrical engineering, so professionals in electrical and electronics engineer can earn a median salary of 1 lakh euro annually. Cities like Berlin, Hamburg, Cologne, Munich, and Frankfurt have better scope for skilled electrical and electronics engineers. Talking about the options, German taught programs are available in 130 and English taught only 15 again. So the students mostly choose electrical and information engineering, electrical engineering definitely, power engineering here, and renewable energy systems, simulation and energy e-mobility, and some students also go for electrical power and control engineering. So these are some of the options available for electrical and electronic students. Again, the job roles for electrical students. So electrical engineer manager can earn 1,20,000 and even more than that. Energy engineer 1,30,000. At the moment, if I talk about renewable energy or environmental energy programs, most of the students are choosing those programs because like everything is going to be into that format. So that is why renewable energy system is like many of the students are going for that options. Talking about computer engineering, Germany spends around 2.8% of its GDP on research and development, especially in the IT and engineering sectors. If we talk about the options, German taught is 344 and English taught is 65. So it is more than even mechanical and automobile, because they are again growing in computer field. Definitely, and computer engineers will be having best options if they are going for Germany. So you can go for applied computer science for digital media, then cognitive science, industrial informatics, computer engineering, information systems engineering. So again, the job roles. Software engineer can earn 1,26,000 euros. System engineer is 1,08,200. Software developer 1,04,000. Network support engineer 96,000. So these are some of the job roles what you can also get. Now, some of the top universities, generally maximum, like all universities in Germany are ranked same as we already discussed earlier. But these are few universities which you can go for, like RWTH Aachen, TU Berlin, TU Munich. Now, if we talk about German universities, there are two types of universities. First is technical university and the other one is universities of applied sciences. If a student wishes to go for PhD after completion of masters, so the student has to choose technical universities. If student wishes to go directly for internship or placements after completion of masters, then student can choose University of Applied Sciences or universities. Now, the main important part is German language. So how you can learn German language and how you can boost your career. So German language, as we know, it is a native language and it is fluently used in entire Europe. It will enhance your job prospects, part-time job, full-time job, definitely. By learning German language, you will always have a global presence because German companies are globally available. So definitely, if knowing German language, you can get into any industry and into any country. Economic powerhouse of world, and it will also help you to get a German PR faster. This we will be talking in the later slide of ours. Now, how you can learn German language levels and how many German language levels are there? So there are 6 German language levels: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2. A1 and A2 the students are doing in the home country, India, that is for 3 to 4 months of duration. Then B1, B2, C1, the students are doing it in Germany with the duration of 6 months. After completion of this, you are entitled to get admission into German taught master's program. If a student wants to go for English taught program, so the student has to do here IELTS, that is 7 bands, then A1 and A2, and then he can directly apply for the English taught program German University. But if a student wishes to apply for German track, then he has to complete A1 and A2 from India, then B1, B2, C1 from Germany in German Language Institute, and then he will be forwarded to the Masters University for German taught program. So the process flow. First, we will be checking your eligibility criteria. In eligibility criteria, maximum of the things are covered. First thing would be your CGPA or GPA according to German standard. Then second thing would be your GRE scores, your IELTS scores, your German language, your work experience and your internships, whatever you are doing. If you are not doing your internships or any projects, I would definitely recommend you to do your project work. At least 2 projects should be there for each student, and 1 internship should be compulsory in your curriculum. Then we will be selecting the university. Then financial requirements. Financial requirements is 10,500 euros will be a block account, wherein you have to put 10,500 in your block account, and after reaching to Germany, you can withdraw 861 euros every month for your living expenses. Then you would be going for your language, IELTS or German, and then you will be preparing for the visa application, and then you can start studying your masters in Germany. So what documents are required? The first thing is letter of motivation. Letter of motivation means what you have done in past, what you are doing in present, and what you want to do after completion of the course. Why you are selecting this university, why this particular course, and why Germany. So all these things would be mentioned in your letter of motivation. Then current resume is required, till date resume, transcripts that your university will provide, degree certificate and mark sheets, GRE score. So if we talk about GRE, maximum of the universities in English taught program requires GRE for mechanical and automotive engineering. Rest computers, they don't require GRE at all. Then IELTS or TOEFL, letter of recommendations. Letter of recommendations is your professor or your HOD or your dean would mention that you have done some project work under him and you are a good student and all those things. So all project works, whatever you have, work experience and internship is required. School certificates, including your leaving certificate, passport copy, and all the extracurricular certificates. Example, you have taken a competition in Baha, or you have CAD/CAM certificate participation, or any other participation you have. So you can boost your profile with this. Now, average expenses in Germany for studying is living expenses that we already discussed. It is 10,200 in your block account. So you can withdraw 861 euros every month. German language institution. So if a student is going for German taught program, the cost for B1, B2, C1 in German language institute would be 4,000 to 9,500 euros. It depends, as we have a very big number of schools associated with our university, so that we can discuss that what pocket friendly we can offer you. So then semester expense would be 180 euros to 300 euros. It depends upon universities to universities. Yeah, so main thing is how I can get post-study work permit and EU Blue Card. So talking about the EU Blue Card and the PR, so 18 months job seeker visa after completion of the course given to foreign working professionals in Europe. The EU Blue Card is valid for 4 years. Those who have it can then immediately get permanent resident if they maintain their jobs. They qualify to get permanent residence after 33 months. But if they know German language, C1, they can get it after 21st month. So when we discussed earlier in the slide of German language, so it was there for PR. So if a student is knowing PR earlier, so after completion of their masters, when they are searching their job and when they have a full contract of 49,500 euros, they are entitled to get a blue card. And with this blue card, within 4 years, if you have already C1 level, or some states also recognize B1 level, so then you are entitled to get your permanent residence in 21 months, or it will take 33 months if you don't have German language knowledge. But students going for Germany, definitely you have to learn German language. You learn today or you learn after your masters. Anyways, you have to learn German. So that is the best thing, that if you're planning for Germany, you should start preparing your language now, so that you don't find yourself as an alien over there, and you can communicate with people, you can work as a part-time, you can get a full-time, you can also do internships while you are doing your masters in English or German, both. These are some of our students, bachelor's and master's both. So interested candidates can contact Sherry ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanpreet. Thank you for sharing the information.
Yes.
Kunal, would you like to add in?
Yes, ma'am.
Google Classroom में मैडम है reading writing listening
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
तो एक टेस्ट आप दीजिए
Okay.
मैंने एनो स्कोर लाइन मेरे पास है आप
So shall we proceed with the Q&A then? Few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, first of all, before I begin, Kunal, I would like to ask you to share your experience being a student from India who has been to Germany for your masters. How was your experience? How did you feel after reaching there? Was it friendly? An experience to our students.
Definitely, I would. It's a great pleasure to share my experience with the students who are going to see this webinar. So, starting from my bachelor's, I completed my bachelor's in 2016 in mechanical field, and then I went to Germany in the same year for a German taught program. And I did my 2 levels, which are A1 and A2, the German levels here in India, and then did the remaining levels B1, B2, and C1 in Germany. That took around 5.5 months. And in between that also, I did 2 months of part-time. So I was able to earn, a little bit for my savings. And in September 2017, the winter intake, I started my master's in Germany at the University of Applied Sciences, Stralsund, in the course Simulation and System Design. So as of right now, till today, I have completed my master's. It's just because of COVID, because there is a lockdown right now in Germany. So I'm here in India. I'm helping the students who are willing to go to Germany. And I've completed my master's. And I'm also looking forward for the job. As ma'am said, that it will be the PR step and other steps like the blue card and everything. Because as I've done my German language till C1, it's not going to be a difficult thing for me. And during my curriculum also, like the part-time jobs, as you said, like how was the experience, were they friendly or not? If you are knowing German, then definitely it will be a helpful thing for you, because the first question which will be coming to you will be like, do you know German or not? And if you're not able to speak, then obviously no one is going to employ you. So that is a good thing that students should, start learning the German language. It will help them in their internships, part-time jobs, and obviously in the professional job as well.
Okay. How about the accommodation and everything, Kunal? Like, is it easy, or how is it? Like, because a lot of Indian students move in there. So how do you feel with regards to accommodation and all?
Basically, for the accommodation thing, right now it's like a rush. Like everyone is going to Germany. I would say like before 2 to 3 years, it was around 20 to 30% students were coming to Germany, so it was not a difficult thing. But right now the graph is around 80% or more, and finding an accommodation will be a slightly difficult thing, but not an impossible task. The students can find an accommodation in hostels like the university hostels, or they can move into a common apartment. But they have to keep in mind that everything is going to be in German. I mean, Germany completely works upon agreements, like legal agreements. Even I was having a legal agreement for my phone. So that's, what is it, the rented flat. You have to also see the agreements and everything. That will be in German. And if you know German, then they are definitely going to help you more better as compared to as compared to a student who is not, able to communicate in German.
Okay. So if I understand, suppose if you are going for the September intake, so you ideally went a few months before so that you could complete your language requirements, and then you continued with your masters, right?
Yes, ma'am. The thing was that my course, it was a hybrid course, like half in German, half in English kind of thing. So the minimum requirement was also like B1 to B2, and I had C1, so it was not an issue. I invested around 6 months, as I said, like from December end, because at that time it was a Christmas time in Germany, so there were no classes. So we can say like from Jan till June, I invested myself on German and did 2 months of part-time till September, and then started with my semester.
Kunal, can you please be loud?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now it is fine.
Okay, ma'am. So should I repeat the last point?
No, I guess it was that's fine, but it was
Okay. No, I was just.
Yeah. So, Amanpreet, here I would like to ask one thing. Like, if a student, generally our students get over with the exams and maybe they are ready with the certificates by April, May. Right.
Yes.
Some, when you talk about architecture, may that be in October. That is the time when they finish with the convocation and everything. So, if a student, which will be an ideal intake for a student, if you, because if suppose if I'm planning for a German taught course, and from here I'm studying till A2 as Kunal did. So if I'm
Yes.
planning for my, what would be the ideal next intake for me if I finish my studies in May?
May. Okay. So once you are already thought that you are going to Germany, you are planning to go for Germany, so you can start your A1 and A2 level, right? Till the time of May or April, May and June. Yes. So maximum till June you can complete your A1 and A2, or at least till A1 level and A2 half. Then in the month of July, the students get the results. Till the time we can also make the application for the language schools, and then we can start making the application for a conditional admission letter from a university. So July, August, and September, they would be having their visa dates. In September, they would go for the visa interview, because in German taught they have to face an interview. In English taught they just have to directly keep their file. So in October, they would get a reply from the embassy, and in November first week they can fly to Germany. Then this November, the entire month, December 25 days of vacation due to Christmas, and then again January to June they will be doing their language B1, B2, C1. After July 15, like 15 July is a deadline for almost all the universities for making the conditional application, unconditional application. So September 2022 would be the best time when they will be starting with their masters. But they will fly in November 2020.
So I hope this will not be considered as a gap then when it comes to application.
No.
Okay. So if a student is planning for a German taught course, he will be going ideally by November. If suppose I'm planning for 22 September, he will be flying by this year November, and then 6 months he will be completing the remaining language requirements, and then he'll proceed with the
Yes. Now here in India only we are thinking that we have to complete bachelor's in 4 years or 5 years. But in Germany we have seen many students, they are taking gap in their studies and they are completing like in 4 years. The masters of 2 years they are completing in 4 years or 5 years. So they don't think the duration, because then they also start working. They also do internships in their semester breaks. So that is much more important because they get the practical exposures.
So are the universities flexible with the students when it comes to taking breaks and everything?
I mean, yes, ma'am, because for example, like if it's a 2 years program, so you are going to get like 6 semesters, for example, 3 years, because they know that sometimes, as ma'am said, that some students may take break. So obviously you are going to get 1 year more, so you can definitely take a break. And as she said, that you can do a part-time, internship or any practical exposure, and then
Yes.
just go on. So it's not an issue.
So if I take a break and if I'm working, if I'm doing an internship, it has to be mandatory in my area of studies, or it can be any work.
No, in your area of interest. I mean, there are positions like intern plus working students. Working students are like, you have to work for around 2 or 3 months or 1 month. But
Okay.
it should relate to your field.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will not be considered as a gap or something.
Yes,
It
yes.
will justify.
Right. So they have.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So they have to find, in case if they're aiming for, in case a break, if they find a good opportunity, they can definitely find something in their area what they're studying. That is
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Amanpreet, how much will be the estimate expense if I talk about for this language school and the 6 months?
Yes. So the language school, as we have, is like from 4,500 euros to 9,500 euros. So student can choose accordingly which city he wants to go, how many levels he is interested in. Some institutes are also giving free reputations, and some institutes are not giving free reputations. It depends upon the students. The minimum cost for the language will be 4,500 euros. Maximum can be 9,500 euros. The second expense would be the living expense, which is a block account of 10,500 euros, which is mandatory for all applying for Germany. This is the basic expense. Then talking about the flight ticket would be 35,000 rupees around. Then the visa application fees would be 75 euros, around 6,000, 7,000 rupees. Then they will be also giving the examination of A1 and A2. So A1 will cost around 6,600 rupees and A2 again 6,600 rupees.
So if I ask you, like if any student is approaching and they are aiming only for the English taught course,
Yes.
so for them, what will be the ideal intake then?
The ideal intake we would suggest is March intake, because in May they will be completing the studies, right? And in July they would be getting the admission, certificates. So 15 July is the last deadline for almost all the universities. So if we apply conditionally, so maximum of the universities are not accepting a 7th semester result. They need at least completion of 8th semester and a transcript and a degree certificate. So that is why the ideal intake for English taught program would be March 2022 intake. But for computers, we can definitely see there are lot many options in English taught program. So we can see for computers, but specifically for mechanical, automotive, March would be the best intake, March 2022.
So will this be considered a gap then in that case?
Then here we will be showing an internship period. Because internship anyways is required, right? And it will boost our curriculum, our profile. So student can manage an internship or work experience. So almost all the students have started working once they are completing with their bachelors. So no student is sitting idly.
Ma'am, I would like to just add one point, like my suggestion regarding the gap thing, as you were asking. So in Germany, like 1 year of gap is considered, but that is only considered when you are doing something relevant. For example, like if you are doing German language, it
Yes.
would be considered as a gap. Or if you are, as ma'am said, doing an internship, so that will be acceptable thing. And plus, this applies for both. For example, the German taught students as well as the English taught. Because in my case also, I had a gap. If you would consider like from June 2016 to September 2017, it was a gap, but I did German language, so I was accepted. So it wouldn't be an issue for the students.
Okay.
Most of the students now are choosing that they will complete A1 and A2 from India, then they will complete B1, B2, C1, and after C1 level, they are in their environment, so then they can decide that whether I want to go for English taught or German taught. So this is the option now maximum of the students are choosing. Because if you're sitting here in India and if you don't have very good CGPA, right, so you are not able to get admission in English taught program, right? But once you are there in Germany, you will see the people around you and you will see what is the trend going on. So definitely you will come to know that what is the right option for you.
Now, next question is like, if suppose a student is intending only for the English taught course, and if suppose the CGPA is less, maybe I would say less than 7
Yes.
or 7.5. So how can we proceed with them?
We have to see the background first. For mechanical and automotive, there are no chances, right? For the computers and electrical, definitely we can find some of the universities. And all our government universities means all are same ranking, right? So we have to see particular profile, basically.
So they will be, like if you said there are also private universities available.
Yes.
So can we proceed with the private universities in that case?
Definitely proceed with the private ones if the students are ready. Pay 5,500 to 7,500 euros per semester. Then definitely we can go for private universities. Even private universities are having good programs like engineering management. What our most engineering students love to go for.
Now here a question like many of our students also approach like they are completing their engineers but they go engineering but they want to go into management for their
Yes.
masters. So in that case, if suppose they are having an internship not in the area of management, so then how will that be considered in their profile?
See, first of all, switching your profile to management is a bit difficult in Germany and Japan. So both the two countries are not recommending students that you complete your bachelor's in mechanical and you do your master's in MBA or management, right? But there are very few courses which are known as technical plus management, techno management programs, wherein the students can go for the mechanical, electrical, automobile, computers. Students can go for these programs, and mostly in Germany, management options are paid in public also and in private universities also. So you cannot directly switch your profile, but yes, you can get a combination of both the programs. That is only possible. Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
I'm so sorry. So if they're changing to management, how much would be the approximate fees when it comes to public universities?
It can be, ma'am, from 5,500 euros to 7,500 euros. We have one two universities also with 3,000 euros per semester.
So is there any selection criteria or anything like that?
Yes, in that we need 1 year of professional relevant work experience.
Okay. So in case like if I am an engineering student and if I aim for masters in management, then I should have 1 year of experience
Yes, ma'am.
in the area of management. That will help me.
Yes,
So
in the area of management also, and in the area of what you have studied. So what we mention in our work experience certificates is the 2 points what he are related to mechanical or automobile engineering, and 2 points on the management side.
okay.
Right, so that we get a combination of both the options.
I couldn't write you.
Next question to Kunal. How easy is it for the students to find the part-time jobs there?
Part-time jobs are easy to find. As I said, the most important thing will be German. If you know German, it's an easy thing, not a hard thing for you. Plus, the average pay is around 9 euros per hour. So you can make out good money for your living. For example, the rent, insurance, and the food expenses. And also, one more point that at the time of internships and thesis, students are also getting paid for that also from the company as well as. But all this is possible with the help of German language.
Yeah, so everything rounds up to one thing, that German
Yes,
language is the only thing that is main thing which is required if you're planning for German.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, and like how what kind of jobs do generally Indian students get, like if they are aiming for, because our students are very fresh, first time they are going,
Yes. Ma'am, the job roles are like they can get a job in a restaurant or outlets like food outlets or clothing outlets like that where they can get the jobs. I think so. Her video is stuck.
The internet connection is low.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, my network.
Yeah, not an issue, ma'am. So as you said regarding the job roles, so they can go into a restaurant or a food outlet or a clothing outlet. Like these are the kind of the jobs the students are taking.
Okay.
Mine was in a food outlet, so I used to manage food regarding my food expenses also and savings.
For
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yes.
Now, generally, if you see the trend after completing the masters, what do you think is the ratio of the students staying back in Germany, aiming for their blue card and PR, and maybe they move out? How do you think? What is the ratio?
See, ma'am, this question answers like everyone is having their own perspective. Someone would like to stay there, or someone are having in their mind like they work for 2 or 3 years in Germany, then they come back to India. Or someone has an aim like they want to stay in Germany, like
So
get the PR.
yeah, Kunal, if I put it in this way, like
Yeah.
after completing your masters,
Yes, ma'am.
what is your plan? Like, how are you planning to go? Whether you'll go for a PR or would you move out to some other country?
Ma'am, definitely I'm seeing right now Germany because I've invested such a time there, like the language and plus my studies. So in my case, as you said, like in my case, I'm already having the German till C1. I'm also having my IELTS, like I did it before. Plus I'm having good experience at what we say, my internships and training periods. So finding a job won't be a difficult thing for me. And if I get the job, I will be getting the blue card because the first step is blue card, which gives you the access of whole Europe. I will be getting the blue card as soon as I find the job. And after that, I can go for a PR, which I will be getting within 2 or 3 years. As I already know German and I'm, good with the job. The minimum contract for the PR, I think, is around 50,000 to 55,000 euros per year. You should have. Plus, you should have a clean record. Like, the taxes and everything are done. Because Germany quite sees that thing to be careful regarding that thing.
Yeah, so it is a very clear picture. Like, it is not like
Yeah.
generally students have a myth that it is very difficult to get PR in Germany or something like that. So it is not that difficult if you're having a very clean,
Yeah.
way out.
Goal, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And another thing is that my brother is also there, my younger brother. So living there would be a difficult thing for me.
Yes, yes.
So 95% of the students chooses to stay in Germany. Only 5% students have come back, in which 4% students have already joined their family business because they went only to get a training from German universities. Right? And only 1% student is having some health issue. That is where they came back. So as of now, 95% of our students are in Germany.
Okay. Amanpreet, how is the scope of scholarships in Germany?
For scholarships, actually it is a scholarship because you don't have to pay anything, right, for your masters.
Yeah.
But talking about scholarships, like you can search on dad.de website. The scholarships are available there. But for mechanical and automotive, there are no such scholarships available. But for arts program, but for biotechnology, there are good options available for scholarships.
So here the student has to apply by themselves directly on the website?
Yes, and they have to give the examinations in Delhi. And then if they pass the examination, then they can get scholarship. And the students who are getting a scholarship should get at least 9.5 CGPA or above. This is the criteria. And they should also have some research works or some thesis. An extraordinary profile will only get a scholarship option. Or even the invitation to give the examination.
Okay, right. Another question here is like, when it comes to the finance, you have already explained like block account and everything. But if I want to put it again, can you just give me a summary of if a student is planning for public university, how much expense or how much amount he or she should be prepared for? And when it comes to private university, how much they should be prepared for?
Right. So, taking in rupees. So, English taught program would cost around 30 lakh rupees. German taught program will cost around 16 lakh rupees. This 13 and 16 includes everything: A1, B1, B2 for German taught, then block account, traveling from here, taking some course in hand. Everything. And in English, your account is covered, your debt is covered, and all the mistakes are covered.
Ma'am, could you please repeat it because the voice is quite disturbed, so the points are not clear.
Okay. Talking about English taught program, the expenses would be 13 lakh rupees approximately, wherein 9 lakh rupees will be a block account. And for this 4 lakh rupees, we can calculate the expenses of A1 into examination fees, coaching fees, then the application fees, air flight tickets, then and the program will cost around 16 lakh rupees, which includes again block account, language school fees in Germany, then all the miscellaneous expenses.
Okay. If I'm going for a paid course, how much would I be required to pay initially full
That is the entire first semester fees.
okay, first semester fees, and then yeah.
And the block account too, ma'am.
So how much, like if suppose if I'm going there, I receive every month some amount from my block account. In case if I'm not utilizing that, so how, when will I be getting that back?
The thing is, the amount will stay in your account only. It will be carried forward to the next one. For example, right now the limit is 861 euros. You can take out 861 euros.
Okay.
And if you need more, you can put an application to the bank. And if you're not using more than 861, it will be carried forward to the next month.
And if suppose towards the end of my studies, if I have not utilized, so in that case,
I don't think so. It will be utilized by the end of the year. Because, see, ma'am, to be really frank, you have to pay the rent, you have to pay the food expenses and insurance, because insurance is really important in Germany for studies, internship, part-time jobs, and everything. So you have to pay for those things, and 861 is the average amount with which a student can survive in Germany. And other expenses, like everyone is having their own what we say requirements. So if they are having high requirements, then they have to be prepared for additional expenses.
okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
So here I have one question, but I guess we have already covered, like what is the overall estimated cost for studying in Germany if the CGPA is 6 or less than that? So do you find the student will find a chance in Germany?
And no, then we don't recommend Germany. Then to go for other countries.
This time your focus will be on sentences.
Very less.
Instead of just words.
Anyway,
Okay, so the first task was to understand words.
go for
It depends on two different
which are Germany recognized.
Therefore, what we
You can
did
apply for
and matching learning.
But
This is
then this way, definitely the student to change the country.
Exercise number 4, again, there
Yeah,
are statements.
Amanpreet, actually your voice was breaking in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
yeah.
We generally recommend the student to change the country, right? We can go for private universities, German public universities, private universities, so we can offer that. But mostly we tell the student to change the country.
Ma'am, I would just like to add my one suggestion for this.
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
I know that a lot of students are going to ask you, like, I'm having 6.57. For them, I would like to add one suggestion that, see, the country is offering you free education. Though you are getting the admission, at the time of the visa officer can deny the visa. There is a chance. Because they want students who are quite capable for their country. So at 6 CGP or 6.5, it's really difficult. At 7 also, it's really difficult. It's like 50-50 chance. So maybe they can, invest their time and money on some other countries rather than applying for Germany.
Yeah, thank you. And since you have brought the point of visa here, what are the chances of visa rejection? Generally, why the visa rejections come in?
Only 1 or 2%. It is just that they are not able to explain their motivation. That is the only reason what German embassies do. And in the short program, it is almost 100%. For German short program, it is 90%. Visa success ratio only 1% is very less.
And when it comes to the application, university application, I know that only Uniassist is the portal wherein the application fees is involved. But if you can just explain that once for the students, whether what is the application fees in Germany when it comes to
Yes. So the application in German universities are carried in 2 ways. The first one is this, where 159 different universities are using Uniassist portal, and the other ones are having direct applications. So in direct applications, mostly universities are having no fees at all. Uniassist starts 75 euros. This 75 euros you will get one portal open charges plus one.
Structure of paragraph. So the way I have understood structure of paragraph in previous classes. Similarly,
Yes, it's breaking.
structure of a paragraph. When you read paragraph, what kind of structure?
Yes.
Please continue from that 75 euros point, ma'am.
Okay. Uniassist charges 75 euros for the first application.
Which one is more
Other
convincing? I would have.
just 30 euros.
in
And
general.
all the universities with direct application, we only have to send courier to some of the universities.
Yeah, so if I put it in this way, suppose a student is applying for 10 to 12 universities, out of that, only maybe 5 will be on the portal. For those 5, you'll have to pay the UNASYST fees. Other that, we for the rest of the universities, we directly send them the courier, the applications, right?
For some universities, they require courier. Rest all take the application, e-application on their own portal.
It's a kind of an online application only, but you have to also pay a certain amount, like 20, 30 or 40 euros. It's separate.
Hello.
So now, through taking the last point, now this is the time due to pandemic. Children are a little skeptical whether to go or not, whether to extend their intake or not. So, how do you think has the intake suffered? Are the students not going, or should they stay back because they are also having concern? Like after we go there, if the classes are online. So these are the general concerns that are coming up these days. So what do you say on that?
So see, talking about our students, like what we have made the applications, right? So all our, you know that all of our students are right? Government has not giving the admission
Solution essay which you have tried.
the applications are coming, the students are studying online. There's no fear of this code for general particular.
Ma'am, I think the points were missed out because there is a lag. So I would just answer the point that currently, see, ma'am, the admissions are open for Germany. The visas are also open. It's not a situation that they have stopped, and I think so. It's the only country in the whole world which is right now accepting the applications plus the visa. In fact, my visa is also valid right now. Even I can travel tomorrow, but I am here due to some personal reasons. And I will just give you the current scenario of Germany from my brother's own words. That his studies are completely online right now, and he can also go to the university for the examination. And in the upcoming 2 months or maybe 1 month, everything will be fine there as the vaccination period has also started in Germany. So we are hoping, and even I'm hoping that all things come moving forward back to again. And
Reading examinations or comprehension tasks, which
what I can
So-
say more.
we have been attending ever since.
Anything else to add on, Amanpreet, here? Yeah, so even here I would like to take this platform even to share with our students that, as Amanpreet clearly mentioned, the applications are in progress. Even a lot of our students are aiming for this March to September intake as well. So it is not like due to COVID anything, they have stopped taking students or nothing like that. So you can definitely, look up to your dream of going abroad to study in Germany. So you do not have to worry that that will hamper anything on your, when it comes to selection of your intakes.
Right.
Yeah. But
So,
ma'am,
yes.
the students, like you can just guide the students that they have to keep the deadlines in mind.
Yes.
Even the world changes their situations, the deadlines are not going to change. They are really early for the English short programs. Like as ma'am said, it's the winter intake and the deadlines are 15th of July, but some universities are closing the deadlines 1 month before, for example, 31st March. Some are closing on 30th April, some on like May. And this also sometimes applies for the German short programs. So students have to keep the deadlines in mind and then start the procedures.
Yeah, so here it is one clear rule. One clear line is drawn that in case if you're aiming for Germany, at least you should start 1 year before. So that will give us enough buffer time. It will give us enough time so that we are always applying before the deadline and well in advance.
Yes.
Any other thing you would like to add on here, Manpreet and Kunal, as we come towards the end?
Nothing more, ma'am. Just the students, they should keep their goal in mind because at the time of the visa officer will definitely ask why you want to go. What is the goal? Because as you know, in India, people are,
What happens here when we
they
apply
are not
for
prepared
yes
for
word,
that, so they have to keep these
get
things in mind.
something to
And
scan.
Germans are quite
We get
straightforward.
something to
They are
locate
not going round and round. They will say everything on the face. So that means they have to be prepared. And German language. Like from starting to the end, German is the most important thing students have to keep in mind.
Questions
Yes.
present.
Yes, thank you so much. So if I sum it up here, I would say students, those who are, generally there is a notion like when it comes to Germany, it will be very, very expensive, or they really look up to, will it be possible or not, or something like that. But when they come here and when we, counsel them, at that time they realize, okay, it is very, very less, and may that be very less even when you're planning for Canada or UK or any other country, right? And second, you are getting a German certificate, which is of a very great value in any part of the world.
Yes.
Right? So
Definitely.
so that makes a lot of difference. So when you are getting a place where the cost, it is very cost effective. Second, the degree values so much. So why not go for Germany? The only thing you need to be very clear that you have to have a knowledge of German language. That is the only thing for any student who is aiming, has to keep in mind. Other than that, there is no other major complications, or there are no other major big expenses involved in here.
Yes, ma'am.
True, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Amanpreet and Kunal, for joining us today and giving us so much information for the engineering students. And Kunal, you make a lot of difference because you even shared your point of view or experience, which the students can easily connect.
Definitely, ma'am.
Yeah. So students, if you have any doubt, if you want any more information or any questions you have, you can anytime approach us at IRC. Okay, you can meet us. We are in the BBA building, ground floor. Okay, come and meet us. We will again give you a very clear picture. We can guide you on the courses, on what all career prospects you have in Germany, and will help you clear with all your concerns. Also, like we are providing the language classes, the German classes, the IELTS classes. So all these facilities are available under one roof. So you just need to come and meet us, and we will be happy to help you with all your concerns. So thank you once again, Amanpreet and Kunal. Thank you so much. And thank you all the students. Thank you so much.
Bye.
More.